what's up you guys, this is Rob from The Gay Guy Plays, and today we are literally crawling out of our graves and jumping on board the hype train because update 18.5 has finally arrived. Okay, so there is so much to talk about, from the amazing performance upgrades to the scene-stealing visual upgrades to the awesome new emojis, but let's be real here. Y'all want to check out what I'm packing, so let's not waste any more time on pleasantries and get down to business. First and foremost, let's start with the Mutilus Ceranos. Now, while it does have a higher base damage than the original Ceranos, due to its lack of critical stats, I'm going to call this a side grade as opposed to an upgrade. Its projectiles now actually explode upon contact, leaving about a 5-meter toxin AoE for about 12 seconds. Basically, this is what would happen if you attached a Torrid Grenade to a Ceranos arrow. Just keep in mind that the AoE damage will always be toxin, but it will scale with base damage and elemental mods. Its blueprints are available in the market for 20,000 credits, and I hope you got your rusty old Ceranos because it'll cost you that too. Next on the list is the dual Tox Assist. This is an interesting one. It's got a decent base damage which actually matches that of the Lex. However, with a 1 shot per second fire rate and a 72 max ammo capacity, you're probably thinking, what the fuck is wrong with this thing? Well, it's got an interesting effect. If you land a headshot with this, it'll trigger a toxin based proc, deal bonus toxin damage, and will increase its fire rate significantly. How much? Well, I'm not a scientist, so I'm not 100% sure, but it's damn well more than 1 shot per second. In addition, it consumes no ammo for 5.5 seconds. Note, you can't refresh this buff with more headshots until the effect wears off. You'll just have to be really good at getting some head if you want some more. You'll be able to find this one in the infested lab of your clan dojo after you've completed the appropriate research. Moving along, we've got the Legion. Now this baby has the highest base damage of all polearms and a 1.0 attack speed, which is nice, right? It's also got a ton of status, just like almost every other polearm. However, when this one procs a status, much like the Tox Assist, you'll trigger a toxin proc, deal bonus toxin damage, and for the life of me, a clanmate and I were calculating this for a bit but gave up because of all of the damn weakness and resistant bullshit, so you'll have to wait for somebody else to do that. We also noticed a very slight boost in attack speed. I measured it up frame by frame in the footage, and it really only cut the first animation down by 4 frames, which is only a little over half a second. The blueprints for the Legion are available in the market for 25,000 credits, however, it will cost you a torpedo, so definitely keep that in mind because I actually kinda like the torpedo. Now on to the man of the hour, Inaros. This guy has insane amounts of HP. At rank 30 with a maxed out vitality, he's got 4,620 points of health. And with a max steel fiber, he has 420 points of armor. The combo is actually crazy. His first ability, and yes, I'm gonna avoid the overused meme, Desiccate shoots waves of sand that blind, deal damage over time, and open enemies up to finishers. In addition, it leeches back a little bit of health. His second ability, Devour, traps an enemy in quicksand. If you channel it, it'll drag the enemy to you and drain them, restoring your health. And if you gobble them up entirely, they turn into a little minion for you. Turns out your teammates can also join in all the draining fun, restoring their health, just not the whole minion part. His third ability, Sandstorm, yes, I'm gonna avoid that meme as well, turns you into a Sandstorm, sucking up loot and enemies, dealing damage over time, and devouring any enemies that you left in quicksand. And the effect remains true here too. If you devour them all the way, they'll turn into little minions. And last but not least is Scarab Swarm. This lets you channel to consume health in order to boost your armor. When you have enough charges, you can shoot out a swarm of scarabs that stun and deal damage over time to enemies, healing any friendly units nearby the afflicted targets. Also note that this can spread to nearby targets like a little swarm infestation. It's gross, but extremely helpful. Now as for his passive, he actually gets health back whenever he performs a melee finisher. On top of that, he has a very interesting death state where he actually gets back into his sarcophagus and can leech health from surrounding enemies to bring him back to life. He is definitely a unique one. So all in all, I am absolutely loving his kit. He is like tanky, healy, and also control-y? What the fuck is going on there? I mean, seriously, DE, all the mechanics, I'm loving it. Now, if that sounds as good to you as it does to me, don't hesitate to pick up his quest from Baro Katir. Now, as for his aesthetic, we need to pause. How the fuck did they manage to pull off Mummy? Seriously, I saw him and I was like, this is a joke, right? But then you get him in game, toss on that Anubis helmet, swap around some colors, and holy fuck, they made a mummy ninja work! The only thing that really bugs me, and I think the rest of the community, is his feet. But come on, Trinity's got the lobster butt, Banshee's got the elf shoes, Saren Prime's got a face hugger on her leg, because that's how DE's creative department works. Regardless, I'm actually quite infatuated with the design, so I'm giving him a free pass on the feet. Now, speaking of more odd creative choices, here's the Abraxas Syndana. I don't like it, and I don't think I actually have to explain myself on this one much, do I? Moving along to something that I do quite like, oh my fucking god, the Dojo Palette. Okay, so I saw the name on this one and it was a very similar reaction to Inaros. What the fuck is this and how dumb is this one gonna be? But lo and behold, hot damn boys and girls, we got ourselves a winner! It ranges from muted into things that have a bit more pop, so you get good variation and I'm absolutely loving it so far. Now to close it out, let's finish off with another thing that I love, which is my new landing craft, the Xiphos. This thing is so, oh my god, it looks so good. Oh my, I just want to pinch it, it's so cute. Oh, so not only is this thing adorable as fuck, it also drops a turret down for you like a boss. Now I'm sure it doesn't deal that much damage, but it looks cool as fuck. And Ortis gets himself a bit of stress relief, so I'm happy with that. Now, I've got a rundown coming up as soon as I can possibly get it up, as well as quick draws for whichever weapons don't bore me. I've got several long nights ahead of me, so if you don't mind, I'm gonna end it right here. You guys take care, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye-bye!